Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about something that doesn't get discussed honestly enough. What actually makes intimacy feel good for both people? And I'm not here to sell you magic tricks or make wild promises. I'm here to talk about real stuff. Angles, communication, comfort, and what actually creates connection and pleasure. Before we jump in, do me a favor and drop a comment. What's one thing you wish you'd known earlier about intimacy? I'm genuinely curious, and I read every comment. All right, let's get into it. Position 1, her on top and why control matters. This one's popular for a really good reason. It gives her complete control over what feels good. Here's the thing a lot of guys don't realize. When she's on top, she can adjust the angle, the speed, the depth, all of it. She can figure out exactly what works for her body in that moment. And that's huge because every woman's body is different, and what feels amazing can change depending on the day, her cycle, her mood, all sorts of things. Now, some guys feel weird about this position because they feel like they're not doing anything. But here's the reality. Sometimes the best thing you can do is be present and let her explore what feels good. That's not passive, that's being a good partner. Here's what makes this work. When she's in control, she can angle herself so everything hits right. She can grind forward if that feels better, or move up and down, or kind of rock back and forth. She's literally positioning herself for maximum pleasure. And here's something really important. When she first gets into this position, don't immediately start grabbing her hips and controlling the movement. I know it's tempting, but give her a minute to find her rhythm first. Let her figure out what angle works. Once she's really into it, you'll know because her breathing changes, she's more vocal, her movements get more intense. That's when you can put your hands on her hips and match her energy. Support what she's already doing, don't take over. Why this works so well. It's all about her being able to get the stimulation exactly where she needs it. And bonus, you get an amazing view and can use your hands for other things that feel good. Position 2, sitting position, the angle game. This one's underrated but incredibly effective. You're sitting, could be on the edge of the bed, a sturdy chair, wherever, and she's straddling you, facing you. First, practical note. Make sure whatever you're sitting on is actually stable. Your rolling office chair is not the move here. Trust me. Get something solid. So why does this work? It's all about the angle. When you're sitting upright and she's on your lap, everything enters at a completely different angle than when you're lying down. It's more of an upward angle, which hits different spots. Plus, there's gravity working with you here. Her weight pressing down creates this feeling of closeness and depth that's just different from other positions. But here's what makes this position really special. The intimacy factor. You're face to face. You can kiss, you can look at each other, you can wrap your arms around each other. It's connected in a way that a lot of other positions aren't. And she still has control over the movement. She can grind, she can bounce, she can move however feels good. You can guide with your hands on her hips or lower back, but she's driving. One more thing about this position. It's great for slower, more connected intimacy. It's not about going hard and fast. It's about being close and feeling everything. Position 3, legs up, geometry matters. Okay, this one requires a little bit of confidence to suggest because it might feel a bit different at first, but stick with me. She's on her back and you bring her legs up, either resting on your shoulders or you're holding her calves or behind her knees. Her knees can be bent or straight, whatever's comfortable. Here's what's happening. When her legs are up like this, it changes the angle of her pelvis. Everything tilts differently. This means you're hitting spots from a completely different approach than usual. This isn't about going deeper necessarily. It's about the angle creating different sensations. The front wall, the sides, everything gets stimulated differently. Now, comfort is key here. Not every woman is super flexible, so don't just throw her legs up there. Check in with her. Is this comfortable? Does this feel okay? She might need a pillow under her hips, or she might need to adjust the angle of her legs. And here's what's important. When you first try this, start gentle. The angle is different. The sensations are different. So give her body time to adjust. Pay attention to how she's responding. What makes this work? The angle creates sensations that most other positions don't. It can feel more intense, more focused, And for you, it can feel tighter because of the way her legs are positioned. But communication is everything here. If it's uncomfortable, adjust. If it's too much, switch to something else. There's no prize for toughing through something that doesn't feel good. Position 4. Side by side, the Comfort King. This one doesn't get enough credit, but it's absolutely worth adding to your rotation. You're both on your sides, facing the same direction, like you're spooning, but more engaged. She lifts her top leg, you can help support it, and you enter from behind. Why this is great. First, it's really comfortable. You can both relax. There's no one holding themselves up or balancing awkwardly. You can literally do this for a while without getting tired. Second, the angle is unique. It's kind of shallow and angled, which can feel really good for her because it's hitting the front area without going too deep. Third, your hands are free. You can reach around and touch her in other places that feel good. You can hold her close. It's intimate and connected. This is a great position for slower, longer sessions. It's not about intensity or speed, it's about sustained pleasure and closeness. And honestly, sometimes the best intimacy isn't the most acrobatic or intense. Sometimes it's the positions where you both feel comfortable and connected, where you can focus on how everything feels rather than whether your leg is cramping. Position 5, Modified Missionary, the classic with a twist. Regular missionary is fine, but let's upgrade it with a simple change that makes a big difference. She's on her back, and instead of her legs being flat or wrapped around you in the standard way, she brings her knees up toward her chest. Not all the way like position 3, just comfortably bent with her feet flat on the bed. Or, alternative version, she wraps her legs around your waist and crosses her ankles behind your back. Why this small change matters. When her knees are bent or her legs are wrapped around you, it tilts her pelvis. Again, it's all about angles. This creates better contact with areas that feel good for her. Plus, when her legs are around you, it pulls you closer. It creates more friction and pressure in all the right places. The beauty of this position is that it's intimate. You're face to face, you can kiss, you can look at each other, but it's also effective. You can control the rhythm and depth, but she can also move her hips to adjust what feels good. Here's a pro tip for this position. Try shallow thrusts instead of always going deep. Sometimes the most sensitive spots are right at the entrance, and shallow, focused movement can feel incredible for her. The real secret: it's not about the position. Here's what I want you to take away from this video, and this is more important than any specific position. What makes intimacy amazing isn't finding the perfect position. It's communication, presence, and paying attention. Every woman is different. What feels incredible for one person might not do anything for another. What felt amazing last week might not hit the same today. Bodies change, arousal changes, what we're in the mood for changes. So the real skill isn't memorizing positions. It's learning to read your partner and communicate. Pay attention to her breathing. Does it get faster, deeper? Her sounds. Is she more vocal? Her body? Is she pulling you closer? Moving her hips more? Her hands? Is she gripping you tighter? These are your real guides, not some video telling you this position is guaranteed to work. And please, don't ask mid-intimacy, does this feel good, in a way that sounds like you need reassurance. That puts pressure on her to manage your feelings instead of focusing on her own pleasure. Instead, pay attention. And if you're genuinely not sure, you can say something like, I love when you, or show me what feels good. Make it about exploration together, not about your ego. The communication piece. Before you try any new position, it's worth talking about it outside the bedroom first. Hey, I saw something that might be fun to try. Are you interested? This does two things. First, it gets consent and enthusiasm before things are heated. Second, it takes the awkwardness out of trying something new. And during, check in, but make it natural. How's this? Good? And trust her to tell you if something's not working. After, that's a great time to talk about what you both liked. That thing we tried was really hot, or next time, let's... This builds connection and makes future intimacy even better. These 5 positions are great starting points because they each offer something different: control, angles, intimacy, comfort. But they're not magic. What makes intimacy truly amazing is being present with your partner, paying attention to what's working, communicating openly, being willing to adjust, focusing on mutual pleasure, not performance. Try these positions. See what works for you and your partner. Mix them up, adjust them, find your own variations. And remember, there's no perfect position that works for everyone every time. The best intimacy comes from two people who are connected, communicating, and genuinely focused on each other's pleasure. That's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more honest, practical relationship and intimacy content. And seriously, drop that comment. What's one thing you wish you'd known earlier? I want to hear from you. See you in the next one.